Rescue Op. Save the dinosaurs from an island that's about to explode. What could go wrong?
Jurassic World Minutes. I'm Brad.
I'm Dave.
And in this episode we're discussing minute 27 of Fallen Kingdom. But before we get to that, David, not Pedia this week, heading over to, I'll go Wiki. I've got a link here in the run sheet for the International Movie Cars database, whatever it is, for the BAE Systems, I'll say Caiman, one of the armoured troop transport vehicles we see here in this minute and following minutes on our way to the bunker. Where is that? I did have this all pulled up. Made by BAE Systems Land and Armaments, supplied to various militaries around the world, big armoured vehicles. It's a shame. I remember seeing these in the behind the scenes for Fallen Kingdom and hoping finally we'd get to see some dinosaurs go up against vehicles once again, but sadly that doesn't happen. These ones anyway, 10 man crew capacity, all the armaments for IEDs, sort of landmines, all that sort of stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much big tanks, big armored personnel carriers.
Yeah, they look like something that SWAT would show up in.
Yeah, yep. And I, where was it? They first started being built in 2007, so you can guarantee you there's people that own these things privately that are ex-military products that go out bush bashing, camping. I don't know how you go overlanding in one. Plenty of space.
I mean, they sit pretty high up.
Yeah.
On their axle, you know.
Well, you wouldn't have to worry about bears.
But it'd be fun to take one off-road.
Yeah. Sleep in the back, set up a camper in the back or something, but...
Very good.
Seeing if there was a price. I know the contract there was for $500 million. Yeah, that's for the contract for them. So I don't know what it cost.
Can you rent it?
Well, there you go. In September 2014, the US approved a $2.5 billion deal with the United Arab Emirates to supply over 4,500 surplus of these vehicles to the Arab United. So. 4,500 of these cost $2.5 billion as US war surplus. So I probably should use the calculator on that, but that's going to tell me they're probably a little bit worth more than a pickup truck. Anyway, I've got the link here for the wiki page on these behemoth vehicles, and you can check them out.
Here's some bug spray. Bug spray. The T-Rex would be dead by now, right?
No, it's impossible to know the max lifespan of a clone in a completely different environment. Take a caveman that would have lived 20 years. Feed him prime meals, give him health care. He's going to live 5 times as long.
So she'd be dead by now, right?
Dave, ready to get into minute 27?
Sure.
All right, minute 27, Fallen Kingdom opens with the team about to move out and ends with the vehicles turning onto Main Street. As we have on minute 27, Franklin is applying far too much insect repellent. The complete opposite to Sarah's speech about going into the field. No clone, no. He's lavering this stuff on, even though we don't really see him swatting at bugs when they're at the base camp earlier. But
that's because he's got the insect repellent on. See, it works.
Yeah. And I just love how after doing it on himself, he starts offering around to these massive mercenaries that are either side of him and asking if. You want some bug spray, and everyone pretty much just ignoring him.
I love how Wheatley looks kind of mildly annoyed at the fact that he's doing this. Like he's watching him with a scowl on his face, and it's like, "Are you done, son?"
Well, when you look at it from his perspective, like he's really babysitting and trying to be nice at the moment, just so we can get Claire to the bunker, so we can track Blue, and then get Owen to capture, get Blue into their net, so to speak. So he's got to tolerate a lot here to achieve his end goal. But then he looks at Zia and asks, the T-Rex will be dead by now, right? And Zia has a little bit of dialogue here. No, it's impossible to know the max lifespan of a clone in a completely different environment. Take a caveman that would have lived 20 years, give him prime meals, give him health care. He's going to live 5 times as long. So maybe a little dig at why we've still got the Tyrannosaur 30 years later. She's getting old, but there is no sort of idea of what the lifespan of these animals is going to be.
I mean, which is true. Animals do tend to live longer in captivity than they do in the wild. And I've seen some lifespan measurements measured separately for the two because they can be so different.
Yep. And it doesn't bode good for us later on post-Dominion with the animals in the real world too. Like, they're not going to die off real quick. They're going to be hanging around for a while. But as for the Tyrannosaur, well, yeah, healthcare up until 93. So the first 4 years of her life she was looked after. And then 8-ish, 9 years, whatever it was, between that and the animals being rounded up in 2003, 2004, ahead of Jurassic World being built and not being able to hunt anymore, back to being fed goats and what have you. And then now 4 years after Jurassic World fell, she's back out there hunting animals. So I don't think she's going to develop plaque in 4 years of not being looked after by veterinarians or anything. So,
I mean, at the same time, I think they did say on the the DPG that when she was wild that she did develop some infections and gum disease or something like that too, that they were able to get rid of eventually.
Well, that's the other problem you got too. If an animal is being so well looked after and being vaccinated, all that sort of stuff against whatever, you suddenly take all that away and the immune system might not be that good, as good as it could be anyway. If she's not drinking water out of a lake or something instead of being fed clean water, parasites and everything.
Well, it'd be interesting because for most T-Rex, by the time they reach the size Rexy is in 1993, there's nothing that can touch them. You know, she's the biggest thing on that island besides a Brachiosaurus. So
yeah, yep, definitely. But Franklin looks blank-faced. That's not the answer I don't think he wanted to hear. I think he was just looking for a simple yes or no answer. It's just so should be dead by now, right? And that's when we cut back outside the vehicles as we get a daytime version of the smoke, the light, the raptor cage from the start of Jurassic Park. You mentioned it last minute. Just this nice little callback here to these gates being opened, and we got I'd say it's dust from the vehicles going through the light through the bars, and it's a great little shot. And that's when we get the vehicles all move out. Then we get a great aerial shot here of the vehicles moving along a road with the ruined theme park in the background, the monorail over the lagoon, damaged sections, parts fallen in. You can see the fence that used to house or keep the mosasaur in one section of the lagoon. There's sections missing of that, and pretty much just the ruined Jurassic World.
Yeah, I do like these kind of glamour shots of the trucks moving through the island, though. It does look cool.
Yeah, we're going to get to another good one later when they're going up Jurassic Valley as well. And then we cut to Main Street. Again, chairs and debris all over the joint. Chunks of yellow, amber-coloured sculptures, I'll say, that the Indominus broke during the final fight there. Storm damage, the buildings showing their age, and just the jungle slowly starting to reclaim everything. It
does do that.
Yep, it does. With no one there over 4 years to keep it all manicured. But that's where we end the minute. The vehicle's turning on the main street, and next minute we may even see one of the island's inhabitants. But quickly looking at novel comparisons inside the lead vehicle, Franklin knocks on the side of the vehicle, testing its strength before asking that if the Rex would be dead by now, and it's Owen that tells them about the caveman and not Zia, so a little bit different in the script there. But that's it for minute 27. Dave, if that's it, we'll get ours for the week.
All right, sounds good.